The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is disputed at this point.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
If your perception of Black Adam is based on the ad campaign and Dwayne Johnson's hype machine, you'd think it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But reality appears to be a little bit more complicated. While it's far from a train wreck of a film, Black Adam is also far from the paradigm-shifting film it was made out to be. Even with the inclusion of the Justice Society of America, Henry Cavill's Superman, and Johnson finally portraying DC Comics' Teth Adam after years of waiting, people didn't exactly rush to the theater to check the movie out. While it claimed the top spot at the weekend box office a few times in its run, Black Adam's performance has been relatively muted, especially compared to the much bigger run of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Black Adam is resting just under the $400 million mark in terms of worldwide box office gross. In isolation, that's an impressive number. For a superhero movie starring one of the world's biggest movie stars, it's a little bit sus. Taken in context with the movie's reported $200 million budget, as well as a reported $100 million marketing campaign, the amount of money Black Adam has brought in starts seeming pretty small. But is it actually going to lose money? That's a point being hotly contested by industry reporters, the studio, and the movie's star producer, Dwayne Johnson himself. That debate has a new wrinkle now with a bombshell report that Johnson's camp leaked misleading financial info about Black Adam on purpose to help spin the movie's performance as positive and profitable. Here's what the rumor mill has churned up about this situation so far.
These powers are not a gift, but a curse.
On December 7, 2022, Deadline explained that contrary to other reports citing Black Adam as a financial failure, the movie stands to rake in some profit after all. The rough window Deadline reported puts the film's projected earnings between $52 and $72 million, a number which allegedly includes merchandise related to the film. Less than a week later, however, former editor of The Hollywood Reporter Matt Belloni came forward with a surprising claim that appeared to contradict those numbers. Not only will Black Adam not bring in millions for Warner Bros. Discovery, but according to Belloni's sources, Dwayne Johnson's team purposely leaked false financial information to the press. On the industry newsletter Puck, Belloni wrote, "Amid all the reports of Black Adam losing money, Team Dwayne Johnson even took to leaking to Deadline, and then tweeting a purported Ultimates financial sheet." Belloni clarified that no one on Johnson's team has yet admitted to any such leak. Instead, he claims that individuals within Warner Bros. Discovery have expressed their belief that Johnson put those misleading numbers out there, leading to outlets like Deadline reporting on it and propagating a positive spin for the movie. If this report from Matt Belloni is true, it raises questions about the ramifications for the movie's future in the DC universe, as well as Dwayne Johnson's relationship with Warner Bros. Discovery. Before this rumor came to light, we learned that major shakeups are on the way for DC, and the Black Adam brand might have a lot to worry about. On December 7, 2022, The Hollywood Reporter noted that under the guidance of James Gunn and Peter Safran, the DC film and television slate is supposedly up for some big changes. Wonder Woman 3 has been canned. Jason Momoa could switch from Aquaman to Lobo, and Henry Cavill may already be done as Superman, even though he just returned to the role. THR also reported that the first Black Adam's financial woes could take a sequel off the table entirely, regardless of what Johnson or the movie's tantalizing post-credit scene might have you believe. So is the movie a total failure? That's up in the air, but if it was successful, we probably wouldn't have to ask. For now, the big question is whether or not Black Adam is really going to turn a profit, or if it's doomed to stay in the red.
I kneel before no one.